fastest show in sports.
If you want to know what really goes on when it comes to the NBA betting scandal and the mob and the mafia being involved, what do? Ask a guy who used to be in the mob and let him tell you what's going on.
How do they convince NBA stars to play ball, so to speak, here? You know, does the mafia reach out to these coaches and players? How's the connection made?
Well, yeah, they schmooze with them back and forth, get to know them, and then they give them ideas on what they could do and how they could pick up a lot of extra money. And the greed sends them in there. So I don't know. You know, they don't force them in, that's for sure. They come in very willingly. They're making bets as well. I'm sure that kid, he's supposed to make 13, 14, 15, 16 points per game. So to say a bet under 10, he's not going to make 10 points a game, you're going to get high odds. And what he does is purposely misses a couple of baskets, and then he fakes an injury. He don't come in. He's under 10, and they walk away. Everybody walks away with a lot of money. So it doesn't take a lot of convincing.
So let me ask you this. These guys got caught. Do you think it's going to continue?
Well, not the way it is. That's for sure. But I don't know how they get around some of these things. You know, the biggest things is the coach. He's in the Hall of Fame. He'd probably be thrown out of the Hall of Fame. He'll probably never coach again. So he's going to be losing millions and millions of dollars. His career is over.
There is nothing like spending a couple of minutes with Sammy the Bull Gravano and not even asking him much about John Gotti, but asking him about how the mob is now involved. Look, the mafia has never gone away. The mafia has always been there. They got pushed out of the drug trade a long time ago. They got pushed out of the gambling trade and the policy slips a long time ago. But if you think they're gone, you're insane. They're just finding new ways to make money is all they're doing. But Sammy the Bull opens it up to another part of this whole gambling conversation in the NBA. These players are stupid. People like Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and others who openly cheat, who openly flaunt the rules, who openly get involved in illegal gambling, they're stupid. Number one, because they know the rules, yet they believe they can get away with it. Because they have been entitled their entire lives, they have been treated as superstars from the time they were probably in high school. They believe they can get away with anything they want because basically they've not been involved in life at any kind of a level. Most people, by the time you reach high school, and then you get into college age, and then you move on into your 20s, your mid-20s, you have an idea, you have an intelligence factor of what life is like. These guys are stupid. They have none of that IQ about life because they have lived in a sports and athletic, a basketball bubble their entire lives. So they have no idea what goes on outside of it. They don't want to know. All they want to know is I play basketball, I shoot, I score, give me money. That's all they want. And that's all they know. So you have to realize from the first part that you're dealing with stupid people. Yeah. I'm going to catch a lot of heat from people going, how dare you call somebody stupid? I can do it because I can look at it and I can tell. Quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, duck. There you go, same thing. But along with being stupid, they're greedy. Most of these athletes have come from backgrounds where they didn't make a lot of money, maybe no money whatsoever. Maybe they were dirt poor. Maybe their parents had to give up absolutely everything to get them involved. Maybe they found a way to do it and they didn't make a dime. And now they're paid exorbitant amounts of money. But they believe, I want more. I need more. I got to have more. And even if they don't want more, and even if they're making millions of dollars and they want more, they want the action. That's what they need. I got to get involved in the gambling because I want the action. That's what Chauncey Billups did. He didn't have to be involved in an illegal gambling ring and bring people in to basically get fleeced. But he wanted it because it was action, is what it was, baby. And he got paid for it. And guys like Terry Rozier, they got paid for it. What did they get paid? Look, they're all making 7 figures at least. And what are they going to make for it? A few grand, $10,000, whatever it is. That's chump change. But it's that action. It's the thrill of knowing that I made extra money. I made that bet work. Those guys made money and I made money and they paid me something on the side. Hey, it's $1.95 outside of the $20 million that I make over here. But that's what I want. I want that money right now. They're stupid. They're greedy. They're entitled. And they don't give a shit about the game, about the legacy of the game, about the fans. They don't care about you. The only fan they care about is the one who's basically taken the prop bet that's going to make money that they're cheating for. They don't care. Listen to me. Understand this. Athletes like this who cheat the game, whether it's gambling, taking PEDs, whatever they do, they don't care about you, the fan. Walk away. As far as they're concerned, you're just there to watch them on your phones, on your TV, to pay the ticket prices, and to make them wealthy, to buy the goods that they sponsor, to buy the sneakers. That's all they care about. Is there a faction of the NBA players who do care about the fans? Yeah. I'm going to say 5% or less. Really. They care about the money that they can make and the action that they can get. So stop looking at these players as being someone that you need to maybe be sorry for. Don't be sorry for these guys. They don't care. Throw them in jail. Let them rot. Bring the full force of the federal government, local authorities on top of them and bang them, baby. Put them away. Because the game doesn't need them. And not only that, but we're getting to the point where people are not trusting the games anymore. Because that's what gambling does. It erodes that faith that you have in the game itself, that the game is being played honestly. It's not. Okay? There's a very good chance that when you watch a game tonight, whenever, there's a good chance, I'm not saying it happens, but there's a good chance that somebody is pulling a punch, that somebody is missing a shot, that somebody is taking a dive. It's all because of greed and entitlement. And that makes them unimaginably stupid, worthless, degenerate people. Just there. And for no reason for us to respect them.
Ed Berliner, the fastest show in sports.